what are your thoughts on consciousness? Because, like, what is it? Like, what is it? Like, I feel like I've done enough physics and, like, basic, like introductory physics and stuff like that, that there's a lot of proof of how things can be so materialized. Like everything we see, everything we feel, like all of our senses, it could be explained by physics. Like everything, like our touch is just like the resistance of atoms like pushing up against each other, I think. I'm not too like, I guess I shouldn't speak if I don't know, but what we see is just electromagnetic waves, like different colors that are like bouncing off our retinas or whatever, however that works. Sound is just sound waves like that our ears like the little like follicle, whatever is it called? What is it called? They sense the vibrations and we hear it. What else am I missing? Taste. I don't know how taste works. What am I on about? Oh, consciousness. So, but like everything could be so materialized. Like it's like everything can be broken down to like atoms and waves and particles and whatnot. I studied a bit of like quantum mechanics. I sat in a class. I got most of the gist of it, but I didn't really like, I'm not that good at math. But anyways, a lot of stuff can be explained with math and make it materialize, like it's like physically works, but consciousness doesn't. And that's so fascinating because obviously we haven't like discovered everything with physics. Clearly not, like obviously not. But there's a science to consciousness. Like how do we perceive our thoughts? Like I think the idea of like getting split up into mind, body, and soul is very, very like intriguing. Like it's very like comforting to walk to, like think about, because we can like split up those three parts. It's like our body is like faceted with like these evolutionarily like things that we kind of like succumb to, like, oh, we're hungry so we're gonna go eat, or like our body is gonna get very like tired because it's been like running all day so we're gonna stop, you know. And our mind has kind of the same things. It's like it knows fight or flight or like a stress response for something, or it's able to like let us see the world, like it, like the way we hear it gets processed in the mind. It's like a Fourier transform, and because there's so many fucking waves, sound waves happening. It's not like just one clear sound wave. But anyways, I think our soul is our consciousness, right? I think that's duh. I think that our soul uses our mind to express it in this world, and the mind obviously like communicates with the body to help materialize it. But I think the soul is something we can't see or materialize, which is why I was on about that in the beginning. I think the soul is something we can't materialize. It's something that is in the ether that we can't see, but our brain is able to pick up, I was gonna say like signals, but what if it's not signals like what I'm thinking of, like radio waves? That's what I'm thinking of, kind of. But what if it's something more complicated than that? What if it's something that we can't think or even understand because we don't have that what's the word that I'm thinking of? We don't have that medium to see or perceive what the soul is. It's kind of interesting because we're able to like use radio waves even though we can't see or hear them, but we use them. And I wonder if one like day we'll be able to figure out what the soul is and how to use it. It's very interesting because I feel like our brain is just a receiver from the soul, and we can like see it in different ways. Like people can express their soul through music and express their soul through art and everything, and that's like our most truest form of expression of our own soul. But clearly there's also like multiple ways. The reason we're living is to express our soul in this world, because we're not like, the soul isn't here. That's why we need our body and our mind. And I think that you can really fall in love with someone throughout time and getting to know them, and it's because you really fall in love with their soul, because you can't just fall in love with someone instantly. You need to like meet them, you need to see how they are, the way they act, the way they eat, the way they choose to move their fork, and the way they choose to like, it's all an expression of their soul in tiny little ways. But we can do it in huge ways, going back to art. Like we can clearly show it. Oh, and another one I really like is photography. Like the way someone decides to take a photo is the way they perceive the world. That is their own soul transmitting, or like their own way they're getting transmitted to their soul, and they're trying to express it to them. Because I could decide to tilt the camera a little more up, or like someone else could decide to like, you get what I'm saying? It's like very interesting in that sense, and we just don't know. Like it's just so interesting. But everything has consciousness. I feel like everything has a soul. Like to us, we need that soul, because there's a certain point where we can use our mind and our body, but we need to still have some input. And that's where like the idea of free will is. Because I heard this argument, it was like, when you're hungry or you're tired, your body gives you the signals and the mind is able to like recognize them, but you don't know what to pick, which one to prioritize, which one's more important, sleep or eating. And obviously that's where your input comes in, that's where your soul comes in. And there's no answer to that. There's no answer, because everyone's soul is different. Everyone's like expression to that is different. Very interesting. I don't know, I'm sorry, I just got distracted by this car. And that's my 2 cents. I think that everything has consciousness, and we can't see it or feel it or like justify if something has a consciousness, which is really interesting right now with AI. But there's also like a good idea of how plants have consciousness, because they move at a different speed. They perceive time differently than we do, because we clearly are moving fast. Plants, they grow in certain patterns. They spread their roots to certain places that something without a soul can't really do. Because it's interesting to think that a plant grows a certain way because it knows that's where more nutrients are. There's been studies where I think they put anesthesia in plants. I don't quote me on this, but I think that there's some plants that have that perceive time faster. They move like at a faster rate than we do. Oh fuck. And it's my break's over. It's very interesting to think about it, but they put anesthesia and like Venus flytraps. I think that's the one they use. I don't know. I guess I'll end it there. But I think they stopped closing their mouths, because what do you mean anesthesia can like affect plants? Like they go into this sleep state the same way we do when we get it. It's so interesting. That's my 2 cents. I hope you enjoyed whatever the fuck this was.